Hello, and welcome to another episode of Fit and Healthy After 50 with Doneane. Today, I want to talk to you about something that has kind of popped up lately, and I've had a lot of people ask about it. And there's been some really good graphics going around on social media about the uses and benefits of apple cider vinegar. So, I'm going to tell you about some of the uses and benefits, and then I'm going to give you a recipe for a very easy early morning shot drink that you want to take first thing in the morning that will help with all sorts of different things. So the first thing is you need to purchase apple cider vinegar that on the label it's going to say with the mother. The mother is the wonderful sediment that's at the bottom of this bottle. See all that nice sediment? Now, every time you use it, of course, you want to shake it up really good because you want the mother to be in the bit of apple cider vinegar that you put in this drink that we're going to have the recipe for in just a few minutes. Now, some things that you're going to need for this recipe, you may already have them in your cabinet. If not, they're super easy to find. You're going to need cayenne pepper. You're also going to need turmeric. You've heard me talk about turmeric before and all of its health benefits. You're also going to need some local honey. If you're able to get local honey, that is the best kind to get because it will help you if you have seasonal allergies. If in your area you cannot obtain local honey, just be sure that the honey you purchase at the store doesn't have any additives. Yes, believe it or not, places that produce honey in mass quantities actually add things like high fructose corn syrup, colors, emulsifiers, things to make it have a longer shelf life and not turn into sugar. So be sure if you purchase mass-produced honey that you look at the ingredients list and check the label before you purchase it. But if you have a local farmer's market, you should be able to find some local honey. And in your area, just Google, because some people actually are amateur beekeepers and they make their own local honey from the bees that they keep in their backyard or on their property. So look around for local honey in your area. The other thing you're going to need is some essential oils. Now, if you're not an essential oil user and you'd rather use the actual juice from these fruits, you can do that as well. But you're going to need either lime, lemon, or orange. And if you want to use the essential oils, you can do that. Or if you want to have some limes and lemons and oranges on hand for this recipe, you'll want to be sure that you purchase those as well. Then it's a good idea to have one of these shaker bottles that has the little spiral on the inside because you really want to mix this drink up well. It does have a lot of ingredients in it, and you want it to be really mixed up so that you can just drink it all down in one shot and not have anything left behind. Okay, so let me tell you about some of the benefits of apple cider vinegar. I have this really great graphic, and if you would like a copy of this graphic, if you will send me an email to one, and that's the number, one nutritionexpert@gmail.com, I will be glad to send you this graphic. It has a whole list, and it's not a complete list, but it's the major benefits of using apple cider vinegar. So here we go. Can prevent flu and stomach illness, especially this time of year, that's important. Can help dissolve kidney stones. Regulates the pH in the body. Helps relieve nausea, heartburn, and acid reflux. Helps relieve asthma. I am a firm believer. I have asthma and arthritis, and the drink mix that I'm going to give you is a staple in my nutrition plan every day, and it helps with any type of inflammatory process like asthma and arthritis. Helps relieve allergies. Helps relieve gout. Helps lower glycemic levels in diabetics. Helps weight loss by curbing appetite and breaking down fat. That's another reason that you want to do this drink first thing in the morning if you're trying to lose weight. Helps relieve migraines. Helps relieve sinus pressure and infection. Lowers blood pressure and cholesterol. Reduces inflammation. Conditions and detangles hair. Gets rid of nail fungus. Works well to clear up fungal or bacterial rashes. Soothes bug bites, gets rid of warts, and helps reduce or prevent acne. So if you would like a listing of all of those things that apple cider vinegar can help with, again, just send me an email to one nutritionexpert@gmail.com and I'll be glad to send it to you. Now, here's the recipe. It's super easy. It's super quick to make. You do want to have, again, the shaker bottle to make sure you can shake it up really good. And again, you want to do this first thing in the morning. And you want to chase it down with a good glass of water, because the apple cider vinegar is very acidic. And you don't want it to stay on the enamel of your teeth. You don't want it hanging out in your throat, because it can kind of cause a scratchy throat and can actually irritate your esophagus if you don't wash it all down. So you want to have a nice glass of filtered, preferably alkaline water, along with your shot. So once you drink it, you can wash it down. Now, you may find the taste is just not really good. I won't lie to you. What we're going to put together here does not taste good. And that's why we do it as a shot instead of a sipping drink, because you don't want to sip this. You're going to find that it doesn't taste good. You'll probably find it kind of irritates your throat, makes it a little scratchy, and it may kind of upset your stomach just a little bit. Now, once you chase it down with some water, that stomach upset should go away. And then you can go about your day, whatever breakfast that you eat. If you have a protein shake or a protein bar, whatever it is that you eat for breakfast, about 30 minutes later after you take this drink, then you can go ahead with your normal daily routines as far as what you eat and supplements you take and things like that. So we're going to start out with just a small amount of the apple cider vinegar. And remember, you want to upend it and shake it really good and check to be sure that all that sediment, that the mother is being mixed in well throughout your bottle. You're only going to use about 2 tablespoons of the apple cider vinegar. Then you're going to put just a tiny, tiny dash of cayenne pepper. Now, cayenne pepper has some anti-inflammatory properties in it as well. It's loaded with a substance called capsaicin, and that is a natural anti-inflammatory that you find in all hot peppers like jalapenos, the spicy banana peppers. It's in bell peppers to a certain degree, but not quite as much. So the hotter the pepper, the more capsaicin it has in it. So cayenne pepper is loaded with capsaicin. So it's a great anti-inflammatory, along with the anti-inflammatory properties that we already have with the apple cider vinegar. Next is turmeric. Now, turmeric is something that also helps with inflammation. And if you've watched some of my previous videos, I've talked about how I take turmeric in supplement form to keep down inflammation like asthma and arthritis. And if I have a headache or some other muscle ache or pain, rather than reaching for over-the-counter medications like ibuprofen or acetaminophen, I reach for the turmeric. So this again is going to give you another boost of anti-inflammatory properties, along with those already in your cayenne pepper and your apple cider vinegar. Next, you want to put about, and the amount of the turmeric, you want to put about 1/4 teaspoon. So just a tiny pinch of cayenne, about 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, with your 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar with the mother mixed in really well. Then you want to put about a teaspoon of local honey. Now, this is going to give it a little bit of a sweetness and kind of cut down on the tartness and the acidity of the apple cider vinegar and make it a little bit more palatable to drink. Then you can also flavor it with one of these essential oils. Now, again, you can use the juice of about 1/2 lemon, or the juice of about 1/2 lime, or you can use the juice of about 1/4 of an orange. If you want to use the essential oils, you'll want to use just 1 or 2 drops at most of one of these oils, and it's going to give it a little bit more of a flavor, again, to kind of cut the acidic, kind of bitter taste of the apple cider vinegar. So you want to load all of that up into your shaker bottle, close it tight, make sure that the lid is down tight and that the flap is closed down tight as well. And you want to shake it really, really good. I would say shake it for at least 30 seconds to a minute to make sure that all of the spices will mix in really well, and that you get the honey mixed in, and that you've got, again, your mother is mixed in with the apple cider vinegar, and you've got your essential oils mixed in well. And then from here, you want to pour it from this, because you don't want any of it to get left behind. Pour it from this into a small glass. Make sure that you get all of it out. And then you want to drink it like a shot. Don't sip it. Don't hold it in your mouth. Again, the acidic nature of the apple cider vinegar is really not good for your teeth. So don't hold it in your mouth. Just chug it, upend it, swallow it, and then chase it with a nice glass of filtered, preferably alkaline water, just to be sure that you wash all of that out of your mouth and your throat, because it will kind of give you a burning sensation. The cayenne pepper may give you enough of a burning sensation that you might want to drink a little bit more water behind it. And it may, again, also upset your stomach just a little bit. But once you have chased it with water, and then you go on about your daily routines and you have your protein drink or your green smoothie or whatever it is that you have in the morning, then you should feel okay. Now, be aware if you're sensitive to any of these ingredients. Of course, you don't want to add an ingredient that you're sensitive to. And if you can't find local honey and you can't find an all natural brand of local honey, you can also put just a little bit of natural sugar, some type of raw sugar, about a quarter of a teaspoon. Again, just to cut the acidic and bitter flavor of the apple cider vinegar. That's really the main reason that we put the honey in there, along with the properties of helping you with seasonal allergies. If you live in a part of the country or you're in a time of year like we are here in Southeast Texas, things are already starting to bloom and there's pollen everywhere. So those seasonal allergies are starting to kind of come on with a vengeance. So if you suffer from that, you want to add that too. So this is just a really super easy recipe that fixes all sorts of things. That list that I read to you earlier, that's just a very small listing of some of the things that apple cider vinegar can help with. But the main thing and the main reason that I use it is that I do suffer from asthma and arthritis, and I make sure that I don't eat inflammatory foods, that I eat those foods that fight inflammation, which includes peppers, spices that have those anti-inflammatory properties. And then this drink that I do every morning religiously, and yes, it does take a couple of minutes to mix it up, and this is not something that you can mix a batch of beforehand. You have to mix it fresh each morning that you take this drink. So you can't mix up a great big batch and store it away. So if time is an issue for you in the mornings, then just back up your schedule a little bit. Get up about 10-15 minutes a little bit earlier than you normally do so that you can work this into your morning routine. Now, another reason that I suggest that you do it in the morning, number one, is because if you do have those inflammatory issues, if your joints are kind of achy and creaky, or you've got some muscle pain and soreness from perhaps doing a workout a few days ago that you're still recovering from, then it will help you to fight off those feelings throughout the day. But it also will jumpstart your digestive system and kick up your metabolism with the hot cayenne pepper. So if you do it in the morning, it's going to help your metabolism to really get revved up for the day and help you to start burning calories, even when you're not exerting yourself or doing any type of exercise or cardio workout. So first thing in the morning is the best thing. I wouldn't suggest that you do it in the evening, because it could sit in your stomach and just really upset your stomach if you do it before your nightly routine and then you go to bed and you still have this in your stomach. You really want this to go through the digestive process during the day. So that's it for this episode of Fit and Healthy After 50 with Doneane, your wonderful anti-inflammatory drink that's very easy to make. Again, you may have these ingredients already in your pantry, so you might want to try it in the morning. If not, they're all readily available in most local grocery stores. And if you would like to have that graphic that I mentioned, that I read from, that has all of the wonderful things that this recipe will do for you, that apple cider vinegar will do for you, let me know by sending an email to onenutritionexpert@gmail.com, and I will be glad to send it to you. And be sure and check out my website. All of my ebooks that are free are available on my website. There's also a link to my radio show, Hot Mamas Living Better at Any Age, where you can access all sorts of other information through our internet radio station, Bold Radio. And you can also purchase my book, Eat, Drink, and Be Merry Through Menopause, and it is available on Amazon, but you can also link to it from my website, which is fitnessnutritionconsulting.com. Until next time, stay fit and healthy.